By the time you look at what the law says, particularly the Constitution, whatsoever may be the act of the Council of State, which itself is not even the act of Council of State, because Council of State is the constitutional body as created to basically to advise. And who are they to advise? That is the president. Another thing that we should know is that the advice who may be taken and may not be taken. Now, to that question, it is so clear that the Council of State is working within its function, constitutional function, as given by the Constitution. And part of the Constitution is to advise on the issue of prerogative for mercy, that is state pardon, again, on the issue of the population, INEC, and even the issue of security. That is their core mandate, to advise the president. Now to your question. From the surface, it may be seen that it is more like corruption continue, in the sense that these people are found wanting in the situation of, let me use the clear word, stealing from the public, which to me is a grievous offense. But mind you, they've been sentenced and they've been convicted and served the term. I understand with governors done 10 years, another one served another year in prison. Even I was told how one of the governors was even eating from the prisoner's food. That means that's how it's been served. You know, some of them, because of governor, they send money, they send food to them from home. But this governor, this particular governor, I listened to it, I watched the whole thing. Yes, to some point, it may be seen that it will dampen the war against corruption. But we have to know one thing, that the war against corruption, particularly when it comes to these people, has been won, in the sense that they have been found wanting and they have been duly punished. So what now happened aftermath is another thing. And it can be seen that they even served the sentence, and it's for them to now be integrated back to the society. That is where I say it. And in another way, we need to have more information of what are the reason. The reason may even be more than what we are thinking. The reason may even be more about the issue of the security. And like I told one of my friends yesterday, we are talking of only 2 governors. What about the rest? At least we mentioned, I read that about 157. And some people square to me that even some of these Boko Haram repentance, these bandits, happen to be part of those who have been given the pardon. At least we can see from the little I'm aware of, that some coup plotters have been pardoned. Recently, some people have been making that they are making their demands. Maybe that is part of the demand, and maybe that is the way to ensure that there is secure, where Nigeria is secured. So, and I think not every action of the government that from the first surface we should be going to exterior. Of course, for somebody like me, first hearing that, say, how come Dariye? How come Jolly Nyame? And forgetting that the likes of Igbinedion was a governor in this country, has been convicted. I'm not aware whether he has been granted this state pardon. I know a lot of people too. I even learned that one of the MD of the bank, that is Francis Atuche, his name was one of those to be considered with the Council of State, in their own wisdom, said it should be rejected, and a lot of people. So these are the things, and I believe it is the way the issue is controlled and is managed and it's explained to the populace. For the periphery, it looks at, is it not the same president that is fighting corruption, that is ready to do anything to ensure that corruption is granted to the youth? In another breath, is it not the same president that is now granting pardon? But one thing that we should know here is the court of law has done its duty by sentencing and convicting those fellows. Now, what now remains is rehabilitation. And that is why I have argued severally that I've argued several times that the issue of bail is not to even punish, The issue of putting someone in custody is not to even punish most of the time. It's to secure the person attendance and for every other thing. So if today the judicial process has been completed, they have been arraigned, they have been prosecuted, the court looked at them and found them guilty, and mere pronouncement of that guilt alone, I believe the job has been done. The next level is to serve the sentence, and after serving the sentence, and if they are wise men, if they feel they needed to be given a pardon, then it is needed to be done. It would have been different in a situation that before the judicial process is completed, then this issue now come into being. Then we now say, why, how, why should it be? And I must be sincere. I believe our judges, those manning our courts, they are competent people who understand how justice, wind of justice moved, and know how to do justice at all time. I don't want to believe that and that is my answer to your question. I don't want to believe that they can be overall, they can be harassed, and their spirits can be dampened not to ensure justice. Law at all time must be done. More must take its course, even if the heaven will fall. I believe they will still do justice. What I am more concerned about is the fact that has the course of justice, has it been completed? As far as I'm concerned, with my knowledge of law, once at the time of conviction and you have served your sentence, that has been. The rest is political. I speak as a lawyer and I speak as a political scientist that when it comes to this, our retributive justice, the course of justice, and again, mind you, social justice here demands that once someone has been arraigned, you know what it takes to arraign most of these fellows. Bring them before the court. That long chains of prosecution. Then after the prosecution, the court of law has pronounced them guilty. They've been convicted and sentenced. And in this case, they've even to some point served the sentence. I believe that one. So the others, issue of political, issue of semantics, issue of the way we looked at it, which may divide from the way I'm thinking or the way I'm thinking, because when we supposed to some, they are believing that once they are granted, it will serve, it's quite symbolic, a very wrong symbol to make sure that, anytime you jail me, of course I will get some people to give me prerogative of mercy. And that is for one side, which I may buy. Then as some people are saying, now with this pardon now, these people will quickly go and take form and then they'll find themselves in Senate. That's another thing. I believe when it comes to that, the people that should vote, that is the electorate, must be able to know who to vote for and who not to vote for. If whatsoever you can call it, whatever the grant, the state pardon or not, one thing matters most is one convicted, you are an ex-convict, or you can call it a pardon ex-convict, but that convict, ex-convict, it is still there. Whosoever it is, it's now left for the electorate. If they choose, they prefer to pick an ex-convict who has been pardoned by the state, so be it. And mind you, that is the essence of democracy. It is about choice.
Thanks for checking out SYMFONI on YouTube. Please be sure to subscribe and like our videos for updates.